That bottle of cooking oil sitting in your cupboard right now? There's a very good chance it becomes toxic the moment you heat it. Some of Britain's most trusted brands sell oils that break down into harmful compounds when used for frying. But what we uncovered about how they're really made was even worse. Before we begin, if you want to stay informed about what's really in your food, hit that subscribe button now. We uncover the hidden truths behind everyday UK products. One investigation at a time. Cooking oil seems simple enough. You pick up a bottle, pour it in the pan, and get on with dinner. Most of us have been doing exactly that for years without a second thought. But whilst you've been cooking your family's meals, something deeply concerning has been happening in that frying pan. Many cooking oils sold across Tesco, Sainsbury's, Asda, and Lidl undergo industrial processing that strips out nutrients and creates unstable compounds. When heated, these oils break down into substances linked to inflammation and cellular stress. Over the next few minutes, I'll expose 8 oils you need to stop using immediately, reveal how they're actually manufactured, and show you which alternatives actually stay safe under heat. Cooking oil wasn't always like this. For centuries, British kitchens relied on butter, lard, and dripping, stable animal fats that could handle high heat without breaking down. Olive oil was used sparingly, mainly for salads and gentle cooking. Then came the 1980s. Health campaigns warned us that saturated fats would clog our arteries and kill us. The food industry responded with a solution: vegetable oils. Cheap to produce, neutral in flavor, and marketed as heart-healthy alternatives to traditional fats. Supermarket shelves flooded with brightly colored bottles promising purity and wellness. Families switched from lard to light cooking oils, believing they were making healthier choices. What nobody told us was how these oils were actually made, or what happens when you heat them to frying temperature. Walk down any UK supermarket cooking oil aisle and you'll see the same pattern repeated endlessly. Clear plastic bottles, labels proclaiming pure and vegetable, prices that seem almost too good to be true. The first red flag appears when you check the ingredient list. Most bottles simply say vegetable oil without specifying which vegetable. That vagueness isn't accidental. It means the manufacturer uses whatever's cheapest at the time, usually rapeseed. But it's the processing method that reveals the real problem. Most cooking oils sold in Britain are extracted using hexane, a petroleum-based solvent classified as neurotoxic. The seeds are crushed under extreme pressure, heated to temperatures that destroy any nutritional value, then bathed in hexane to squeeze out every last drop of oil. After extraction comes refinement, bleaching to remove color, neutralization to strip flavor, and deodorization using high heat to mask the rancid smell that develops during processing. What remains bears no resemblance to anything found in nature. Then there's the packaging. Clear plastic bottles look clean and modern, but they allow UV light to continuously degrade the oil whilst it sits on supermarket shelves. Proper oils come in dark glass bottles specifically to prevent light damage, but dark glass costs more than plastic, so supermarkets choose profit over quality. UK regulations permit all of this. Unlike some EU countries that mandate stricter labeling and processing standards, British law allows manufacturers to sell chemically extracted, industrially refined seed oils under the simple banner of vegetable oil. And what we discovered about specific brands made these loopholes look almost reasonable by comparison. Morrison's savors vegetable oil. Morrison's budget range sits on bottom shelves across Britain, its bright yellow label screaming value. At under £2 per litre, thousands of families grab it weekly, thinking they're making a smart financial decision. What they're actually buying is industrially refined rapeseed oil extracted using hexane. The seeds undergo crushing at extreme pressure, chemical solvent treatment, bleaching, neutralization, and deodorization. That weird, slightly plasticky smell when you first open cheap cooking oil? That's the deodorization process, trying to hide the fact the oil has already started oxidizing before reaching your kitchen. When heated to frying temperature, this oil breaks down into compounds called aldehydes and lipid peroxides. Your body struggles to process these substances, which contribute to inflammation at a cellular level. Sainsbury's vegetable oil. Sainsbury's positions itself as more upmarket than budget chains. Their packaging looks cleaner, suggesting quality. People trust it because it's Sainsbury's. Surely a reputable supermarket wouldn't sell rubbish oil. But check the processing methods. It's the exact same industrially refined rapeseed as Tesco or Asda, just with fancier branding and an extra 50p on the price. Same hexane extraction, same chemical treatment, same clear plastic bottle letting UV light continue degrading the oil on the shelf. That slightly bitter, harsh taste when cooking with cheap vegetable oil, especially if you've heated it more than once, that's oxidized fatty acids. Your taste buds are detecting compounds that shouldn't be in your food. KTC vegetable oil. Popular in South Asian communities and found in most UK supermarkets' World Foods aisles, KTC sells large plastic bottles that suggest value and practicality. Families buy it in bulk, thinking they're getting quality cooking oil. KTC uses genetically modified soybean oil, not rapeseed. GMO soy crops are engineered to withstand being sprayed with glyphosate-based herbicides, meaning the soybeans used for this oil have been doused in chemicals before harvest. Whilst refining supposedly removes pesticide residues, studies have found traces remaining in the final product. Soybean oil has a relatively low smoke point and oxidizes quickly when heated. It has high omega-6 content that promotes inflammation when consumed regularly. KTC has convinced entire communities to swap traditional cooking fats like ghee, coconut oil, or mustard oil, stable fats that can handle high heat, for chemically extracted GMO soybean oil. The deception pattern. Across all these brands, the same pattern emerges. Industrial processing disguised behind marketing terms like pure and natural. None of these oils are pressed gently from seeds or fruits. They're chemical products treated to look and smell edible. And here's what makes this particularly insidious. Many people keep buying the same brands out of habit, never realizing they're heating unstable seed oils to temperatures that break them down into harmful compounds. The worst offenders aren't always the cheapest options. Some of the biggest names hide behind wellness language whilst using identical industrial processing. Asda Just Essentials. Asda's budget range specifically targets families struggling with the cost of living. The bright packaging and rock-bottom prices look like a lifeline when you're counting every penny at checkout. What makes this particularly offensive is that Asda targets people with the least money, selling them the lowest quality products using the cheapest possible processing methods whilst pretending it's a public service. The refined rapeseed inside has been heated, bleached, neutralized, and deodorized until every trace of nutrition is stripped out. Tesco Stockwell & Co. Tesco created this brand to make budget ranges look less like poverty food. The cream and orange packaging suggests traditional, honest quality, but there's nothing traditional about hexane-extracted, chemically refined, bleached rapeseed oil in clear plastic bottles. Traditional oil was cold-pressed, stored in dark containers, and used relatively quickly. This is the complete opposite. Industrial processing hidden behind branding that suggests heritage. Flora cooking oil. Flora spent decades building a health brand around being better for your heart than butter. That reputation carried over to their cooking oil, positioned as a light, healthy option. Health-conscious shoppers have been buying it for years, but Flora cooking oil is owned by Edible Oils Limited, a joint venture between Archer Daniels Midland and New Princes. Massive multinationals producing the cheapest possible seed oil at scale whilst marketing it as healthy. Same hexane extraction, same chemical processing, just wrapped in a health halo. Crisp and dry. The worst offender. Crisp and dry has been marketed for decades as oil specifically designed for frying, positioned as what professional chefs use. It costs more than supermarket brands, occupying that space where people think they're upgrading. It's the exact same refined rapeseed or sunflower oil as every other bottle, made by the same company behind Pura and Flora. What makes this particularly offensive is that it's specifically marketed for high-temperature frying, the one application where seed oil is most dangerous. When you heat unstable seed oils to deep frying temperatures around 180 to 190 degrees Celsius, they break down rapidly, creating aldehydes and lipid peroxides your body struggles to process. Safer alternatives: extra virgin olive oil in dark glass bottles, virgin coconut oil, cold-pressed avocado oil, and traditional animal fats like beef tallow or ghee from grass-fed sources. Every week, millions of British families use these oils without realizing what happens when they heat them. That greasy, heavy feeling after eating fish and chips cooked in cheap oil? Your digestive system struggling to process oxidized fatty acids. When oil breaks down under high heat, it creates compounds your body doesn't recognize as food. The cumulative effect of cooking with unstable seed oils, day after day, year after year, contributes to chronic inflammation linked to various health conditions. Financially, you're not even saving money. Cheap cooking oil oxidizes quickly, especially in clear plastic bottles. You're buying degraded product that becomes more toxic with every use. Starting today, change your shopping habit. In Tesco, Sainsbury's, Asda, or Lidl, walk straight past the vegetable oil aisle. Head to the section with olive oils and specialty fats. Yes, proper oil costs more upfront, but you'll use less, it won't break down into harmful compounds, and your food will actually taste better. Look for oils that specify what they are: extra virgin olive oil, virgin coconut oil, cold-pressed avocado oil. Check for dark glass bottles and cold-pressed or expeller-pressed on the label. If it says vegetable oil without specifying which vegetable, leave it on the shelf. The biggest revelation isn't that these oils are processed. It's that the processing methods create unstable products specifically marketed for high-heat cooking, the exact application where they become most harmful. For decades, we've been told saturated fats would kill us, and seed oils were the healthy alternative. The evidence increasingly suggests the opposite may be true. Oxidized seed oils could be worse for cardiovascular health than the traditional fats we were told to avoid. This isn't about perfection, it's about awareness. You deserve to know what you're actually cooking with, how it's made, and what happens when you heat it. The cooking oil aisle doesn't have to be complicated, you just need to know what to look for. So what do you think? Have you been using these oils for years, believing they were healthy? Drop a comment below. I want to know which brand you're replacing first. If this investigation just changed how you'll shop for cooking oil, share it with someone still grabbing crisp and dry on autopilot. They deserve to know what they're actually frying their food in. We uncover the hidden truths behind everyday UK foods. One story at a time. Subscribe so you never miss an investigation. Your family's health might depend on what you learn next. Britain Uncovered is here for you.